Studio. I hope you saw my sneak peek earlier because I'm loving this French country palette. So if you missed the post, go back and look at what we're going to be making today. We are using this featured Flucked Bunny. So I have had these since last year or the year before. So we're going to be adding a Flucked Bunny and a Flocked Egg in a field of blue, yellow, and greenery on a grapevine wreath. But before we get started, a couple things. If you want to save this video, click the share button down below. It will share this video to your Facebook page. Quick copy paste. Don't have to do anything else. And if you are on YouTube, just save this tutorial and you'll automatically have a copy of this video. Let's see, a couple other things. If you can do me a huge favor, if you are not already doing so, can you do me a favor and follow this page? So just right next to the blue button is a big follow button. If it says following, you're already following. Thank you for that. But if not, click the follow button. That would really help me out huge. I don't have this wreath up for sale because I'm still waiting to see what all's going to go into it before the final product. So on YouTube, if you guys can subscribe to my channel, that would really help me out a lot as well. And if you didn't know, I have a YouTube channel, Kats Creations Wreaths on YouTube is where you will find all of my tutorials. And here's the kicker for some of you on YouTube, you and I may not know, you can actually, if you're using your mouse or your finger, you can actually drag your button along my tutorials and it'll tell you specific parts of the tutorial that might be relevant to you. Like, just want to skip to the florals, just want to skip to the bow, just want to skip to the end. You can actually find those on my videos now. I'm in the process of getting all of those done. And I'm almost there. I think I've gotten all of 2025 back through like early 2021, and then there's like this pocket where I've been going from the far end and then the future and kind of like trying to meet in the middle. And so I've done all of 2018 up until about March of 2020. So I have a year left. So just a handful of videos left, and I've been doing that for you, so you can check that out. Let me go ahead and pull up my Facebook page so I can read your comments, and we'll go ahead and get started. Let me see. Okay. I'm waiting. There we go. It's like I clicked it a couple times and it didn't map over. It didn't show that I was going live. So, and Facebook's been weird today. So be wary. I'm hoping that whatever the bug is, that stops our video in the middle. Not in the middle, but almost to the end. I hope it doesn't happen anymore. There we go. Website is pinned. There we go. Hi, Pam. Hi, Linda. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pivot you down. We're going to go ahead and get started. I've already done the fun part in cleaning the grapevine, so you guys don't have to watch me do that. It is necessary to do that. Hi, Diana. Welcome. She said, good evening, Kat and all. So I've already done all the hard part. These were really dirty. I got them from Hobby Lobby, and let's see. I can show you a before. This is kind of what the before looked like. This would be the before, okay, with all the stuff in it and all the hanging things off of it. There's the after. So that's all done. So you don't have to watch me do that. And I like doing it because it just makes the whole process so much easier for you. It establishes a level of professionalism in a quality product being delivered to your customer, because you don't have to worry about stuff falling apart in the box. Okay, so this is an 18-inch grapevine from Hobby Lobby. The first thing I'm going to do is, since I've already like cleaned, I've done both sides, front and back, is there's a section right here where I've got a lot of loose grapevines, and I want to take some binding wire, which is this stuff here. It's like wire that's covered in a brown string. And I am just going to take this and I'm going to tie that in. You will never see it Elizabeth says, I think that's what mine looks like. Yeah, it's pretty scary. But I was like, hey, at least they have them. And I'm going to take another piece. I'll just go ahead and snip this off. You can buy this in the roll for Amazon, and I'll include the link when this goes to replay. I'm going to kind of go up through here. And I just want to just kind of help it along. Because it just depends, like when they're making them, you know, it depends on, you know, like I tried to make my own this year with my grapevine. I should show you what it looks like. It's pretty sad, but at least I can say I tried. Okay, so binding wires in. Now, our bunny he is 16 inches tall by about 5 inches wide. And he has a little yellow bow, but I want to jazz up his bow a little bit. So we're going to make a bow for the bunny real quick. And the ribbon that I have selected for this is this new ribbon. It's kind of like, I think they call it like a tulle. Oops. A tulle ribbon. So we're going to use this plus, whoops. And this is from Craft Outlet. So I'm going to do a super quick hand-tied bow. We're going to use that one. Plus, I think I want this one. This one looks fun. It's got little white snowballs on the end. So, and I haven't used these. So we're going to use both of these. Hi, Arvina. Hi, Wanda. She says, finally get to catch you live. Okay. So, we're going to put the yellow on top of the blue, so that the blue stands against the yellow of the bunny. So we're going to dovetail first, so wire edges together. We're going to cut from the folded side down to the wired point. And I'm going to use the bunny as our demo, because I kind of want to make sure it's not going to hang too far. You know, you don't want an oversized bow on the bunny. Probably like that, I think is really good. So let me look. I'm going to go 6 inches. So 6 inches, I'm going to take it in, okay, scoot that over to the side, and I'm going to do 3.5 inch loops, so I want 7 inches here, and I'm going to transfer to the left hand with a twist, and now I'm going to go another 7 inches, gather in, bring it back to my left hand, and we're going to twist and bring this out 6 inches. Sorry, bird. Your head's getting cut off. Okay. I am just going to use my Bowdabra to hold this so that I can do the dovetail. So nice to have that. And remember, we're cutting from the fold to the wired point, so I'm kind of doing it backwards. Just like that. And we're going to get fuzzy yellow. And we're going to dovetail this one first. Same thing. Wired edges from the fold to the wired point. Okay, there's those. And I'm going to do this one at 5.5, just a little shorter. We're going to do, see, we did 7. Let's do 6.5. We're going to bring that together. We're going to twist. We're going to go 6.5. and hand it off with a twist, and then we said we were only going 5.5 inches. There we go. So I'm going to drop this one right on the top so I can get this last dovetail in. There we go. And I'm going to use this to tie around his neck, I think, because I really wanted to go around his neck. Now that I think about it, I'm like, we should have probably tied it on him, but I'm trying to think. We can still add the blue. Let's add the blue. So I'm just going to go around his neck with the blue. Actually, let's just take that off, because we're going to make a really pretty bow for him. It's kind of glued on. There we go, Mr. Rabbit. You need something a little bit more dapper for that. So we're going to have to go in half, because his neck's pretty thin. And I'm going to meet in the middle and cut that off so that we can give him a nice dapper bow. I should have turned my glue gun on. I have my glue skillet on. We can make that work for now. So I'm just going to dip this in to my glue skillet. I'm going to tuck this right underneath the rabbit. I have it folded over, so I'm going to put half of it there. Bring this up and around. And he has on his nice bunny collar. Let's go ahead and I'm going to fasten that end right in there. It's going to get covered up by our bow. Just because I think that those two colors play really well off of each other. We're going to grab a white pipe cleaner. I'm going to lift these two up just as I stack them on there. We're going to drop that down right in the side. Give it a couple twists. I guess we could have actually just went around with the pipe cleaner, but it looked weird. So we're going to just give him a nice dapper bow. Let's flip that over. So we have, this is what the bow will look like on the rabbit. And I'm going to do it just kind of a little bit. Let's look. Hold on, I want to see. I want to see. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I am going to use this, but I'm going to tuck it underneath. So I'm going to go right around, and I'm going to tuck it underneath the ribbon. And we're just going to lift this up because it's not joined to the back. And we're just going to drag that over the top. I always make things way more complicated than they need to be. Okay, there's that. Let's make sure we go up this side. And I'm just using my needle nose. And now we have super cute bow for Mr. Rabbit. So he matches the rest of our wreath. Okay, now what we are going to do is build the bow for the wreath. Then we'll attach the bunny. We'll put in all our florals. Because he has an egg. We're going to do this. The egg, it's going to kind of embed itself in the flowers. But let me get all the ribbon that I want to put in the bow. So we're going to do this. We're going to do sunflowers. We're going to do royal blue. We're going to do this one. And I'm trying to think, where do I want to put this one at? Don't think I want to put it on the outside, but I do like this one. I think we'll do it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice, pretty bow. Okay, let's build our bow. I'm going to use the bow dabber, and we're going to do the standard bow that I normally do. So I'm going to push those forward. This is from Craft Outlet, by the way, the sunflower on the blue gingham. Thank you for your prayers, Deborah. Elizabeth, he came from Walmart. He's the infamous Walmart flocked bunny. They came out a couple years ago, and I have a ton of them. Okay, I have 5 left that are sitting on my shelf right now. I have like an emerald green, 2 sage, a pink, and then a pale pink flocked bunny. And I only have the emerald green, sage green, and lavender egg. So I am in the process of getting those all done and designed. So I measured 10 inches for the tail. Thanks, Debbie. She said blue and yellow is so pretty. It's French country. So it's definitely, you can use this from spring to summer, we're measuring out our loops at 5.5 inches. So we're going to do the same here. We're going to twist, bring it back to my 10-inch line. So when I stretch this out, it should hit at 5.5 inches. And then this one, we want to bring it back out to 10 inches. And then we're going to dovetail the end. Hi, Valerie. I'm hanging in there. I am hanging in there. I figured as long as I don't need to reach for anything, I should be okay. And we're going to give it a go because I really wanted to see this design this week. Let's put the yellow in because then it's sunflower and sunflower. So we are going to take this little snowball on yellow, and I'm making this at 9.5 inches. And we're going to do 5-inch loops with this one. Same thing, bring it up to the 10-inch line, stretch it out, make sure it ends right at 5 inches. We're going to do the other thing of the side, right out here, and then back out 9.5 inches. And we'll dovetail the end of this one. We're getting the hard stuff out of the way, the bows. So this one is also from Craft Outlet. Now we will do the sunflower, which is from Sam's Club. Which, if you can get to a Sam's Club and pick up a couple rolls of ribbon, it is really nice to have for you to practice bow making on. Because it's not an expensive, you get 50 yards of ribbon for about $8. So go crazy making bows. And then we're going to do 4.5 inches for our loop length. Want to make sure it's there, and then stretch. Okay. Bring that back over, right on the 10-inch line. We're at 4.5, and then this one's going to be 9 inches long. I know, I hate that, falling. I was telling my husband, I said, that's why I keep my phone with me at all times, because one of these days I'm afraid I'm going to have an accident out on the property, and I won't be able to call for help, but I will have my phone. So for these of you that don't know, I took a nasty spill in the garage because our home here in the Pacific Northwest, when they build them, they're elevated with crawl spaces for the water, so that the water doesn't build up around the foundation of your home. And we have a threshold from the ground level to the top of our garage. Oh no, not again. No, phone. Should carry again too. But no. So it's got a crawl space with about a 12-inch elevation. And we have a step that is about 6 inches, but there's still 6 inches for you to clear the threshold. And sadly, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I fell into the garage. And you know those things when you fall, you see it all happening in slow motion? I'm like, there was nothing I could have done. I just tried to cushion the fall as best as I could. Thankfully, no broken bones. Just a lot of bruising. But, okay, we did 8 inches with 4.5-inch loops, and the other one was 9 with 4.5-inch loops. This one we're gonna do 8-inch tail with 4-inch loops. So we're bringing it in at 8, dropping it inside. I'm gonna kind of go up and over and measure these out to 4 inches. Do the same on the other side, and I'll tell you where this ribbon's from, as well as the one preceding that. But yeah, I'm like, that is, and I was telling my husband, I'm like, that is the second time in that area that I have fallen and taken a huge spill because of the way that that's laid out. And so he built me a larger landing when you go up and over that threshold, so there's not a go up 6 inches, down 12 inches. He just made it to where you just cross over the threshold, but I wasn't looking and I tripped, and that was enough. Thanks, Linda. She said, I'm sorry to hear that you fell. Yeah, I was like, okay, what else can we do? Like, I was literally researching that. And I can't find anything. And even if I was to mow down my house and build a new one, they're saying that homes in the Pacific Northwest have to, or they're built this way because there's so much rain, it just prevents water from pooling at your foundation. So, and it's easier for them to get to all the things, plumbing, electrical, whatever. I was like, that doesn't solve the fall hazard. Thank God I didn't have anybody older than me here. Okay, I will go over where all the ribbon came from. I think aside from one spool, the rest of it is all craft outlet. So this new ribbon, craft outlet. So I did 7.5 inch tail, 3.5 inch loop. Remember we did the little snowball, that was craft outlet. This fancy schmancy ribbon with the lace is craft outlet. Sunflower ribbon is from Sam's. This sunflower ribbon is from craft outlet. And then this one is from the blue with the raised white stitching is from craft outlet. So all of them except for one was from craft outlet, and just the one sunflower is from Sam's. Right, Ruby? You know what's so funny, Urbina? You're not the only person who said that, putting in a handrail. I'm like, there's no place to do that. I'll have to show you what it looks like from the garage. I just need to, honestly, I am not in my 30s anymore. That's what I need to tell myself, and I need to just be focusing on what I need to do. I think I was looking at deer, and that's where that is. I'm going to actually fluff on the wreath for this one, but let's go ahead and attach our bunny first. So I'm kind of looking at where do I want to put him. I think I'm going to put him here. So I'm trying to make sure that I center him. And I'm trying to think of what do I want to put on the bottom. I know now. Let me think about that. Let me grab a couple floral pins. Floral pins. We're going to grab 2 of those. And we're going to grab a yellow pipe cleaner. And we're going to do some surgery on the bottom here for him. I am going to fold this in half so I know where half is. He's like a little styrofoam dude. I'm trying to hold him. So we're going to floral pin him in. If our floral pins will go that deep. Might need to cut him down. So they're a little shorter. Okay. Mr. Rabbit. Okay. Like it'll only go in so far. I don't want to pop his ears off, so hang tight. Okay. I'm going to go in at an angle closer to the outside. I think there's a center core in there, meaning something to give him some stability. And I'm going to cut these down. So I'm cutting my floral pins at an angle. And so I'm angling them this way and this way. Okay? Still seriously should put my glue gun on. But I can make it work now that it is on. I'm going to grab a piece of felt, small piece of felt. We are going to cut this probably 1 inch by 3, 2.5. Just trying to give you exact measurements because this is going to go and cover the bottom of our bunny. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now, I really wanted the bottom of this to be a little bit more precise. I'm taking glue and putting glue over my floral pins with my little pick, my little skewer, and then I'm going to secure that right over the side. Do you see what I did there? And I want to make sure we're getting all the greenery off of him. I'm going to trim it down just a bit. Taking some of my glue, plopping that to the underside. Okay, there's that. I'm going to do the same thing here. Trying to make sure it doesn't. There we go. And I will flatten that. So we've made a way to hang him from the bottom so that he'll go into the wreath. So now I will take said bunny guy and I'm going to run him through. I need to get in. We're kind of going in and around. And then this, let's see, where's he going to sit? I'm going to make sure he stays somewhat kind of level. Right about there. Let's pick this one. I'm going to take this one up and over too, but I'm going down and through a different section. Oop, I just pulled it out. This is why having your grapevines cleaned is very handy too. So I'm going to pull this up. And it's getting twisted around a fairly large branch. Just like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing to one of our bunny's ears with a floral pin. I guess always having floral pins will be huge. Because honestly, what else are you going to use? So just the little floral pins you get from Hobby Lobby. I cut them at an angle so they're still sharp. And we'll get another. This. I'm just going to focus on this one ear. So I'm going to lean him forward. Because I'm all about trying to make it to where it doesn't show. Okay. It's a little easier said than done. Nope. I keep getting it that wants to pop out. Okay. I think I got it. I'm trying to do it as straight as I can. Yay, I got it. Okay. this is going to go in, and now our buddy's wired. He's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so Rabbit is wired in. And I didn't glue him in. I'm a big proponent of not having to glue my attachments in. So that's just me. Okay, so there's the Rabbit. We are going to, I'm going to attach our bow to the bottom. It's going to sit right at his feet. So I'm going to go up and then right back down with our Rabbit. Nice and tight. Because this is like the perfect way of doing a floral grapevine if you don't know how to lay in your flowers. Okay. So make sure they're in nice and tight. You give them a couple extra twists together. Just like that. And then we are going to, here's a simple fluff. So all of our tails are coming down. Okay, and we're going to go 2. And then we're going to go 2. And this is going to go right in the center. Right in the center, we're going to go, let me pull these down. Okay. So we're going to pull blue up because we want yellow up on the opposite side. So blue up. Then we're going to go yellow up. And then our big blue is going to stay right at the bottom. Just like so. So there is our Rabbit. Just like so. Okay, so Rabbit's in, bow's done. We're going to probably, like I said, I'm not going to worry about fluffing the tails because let's get to putting all of our floral on so that we know what we're working with. This is what it looks like so far. And I know it doesn't look like an awful lot, but it will. So all the ribbon is out. Here's my design inspiration piece, by the way. This is my floral basket that is with cornflowers, sunflowers, some meadow green, some boxwood. So this is going to be a complement to the other. So the first thing we have to do is lay in our greenery, which is going to be our boxwood. And you can get this at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to take these and break these down, pull them all off of this giant stem here. There's that one, that one, that one. There's that, and that's done. So these are going to be our greenery base. So we are going to kind of start up here, and I'm just going to start laying a greenery base in a boxwood. So I'm going to start in here, and we're going to add this. And you're going to see that it like elevates pretty high. I want them to stay down pretty low, and I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that. But the first thing I want to do is get them all in first. So I'm just going to come in here like that. I'm going to kind of stagger them. So it's like 1, 2, 1 in the middle, 2. Oop, I wanted this one over here. So this is going to kind of go this way. And I'm looking for some shorter pieces. So I think we'll take a longer piece. And this one's going to kind of run in right here. So it's going to kind of go under this big branch. Again, another reason why we clean our grapevines. Here we go. We're just going to take this, and that's going to go right in there so that I can get it to stay around. And then we want a shorter piece, which is going to be right about in here. Okay, so I've got these. We got some floaters. So I'm going to show you how we're going to fix the floaters. So I'm going to take another one of these. This is going to kind of come around here off the end. They're all wired all the way down to the bottom stem, but I definitely want this one kind of angled out a little ways. So I am going to remove these bottom leaves so I have a little bit bigger bite on my pick to get this one in. You can see how that one laid nice. These ones are still, they're still up in the air. They're flying. Okay, let's continue over here. This is going to flow all the way around to this side. And we're going to start down here at the bottom. Again, if you need a bigger bite on your pick, because they are only like so long, I'm using my glue skillet, and I want to bring this one. I had started to go the wrong way. I was like, what are you doing, girl? This one's going to kind of come in here with the angle to the side. Let's give it a bigger base. John says there are 4 smaller ones at the Dollar Tree. You mean for the flocked bunnies? I'm sure Walmart will carry the flocked bunnies again. It's just when will they put them out? So I'm kind of coming in like so. We're going to bring this one in, kind of like what we were doing before. I got to get that one in. I was like bending it the wrong way. So there's our little V pattern. And then we're going to go V outside here. And then we're going to have a V right about here. And I think that'll be about it for that. For the boxwood anyway, initially. Cheryl says, I noticed Hobby Lobby has a lot of the bunnies. Is it the bunnies? And I'm going to put that one right up in there. So I just like to have bigger bites on the end. Okay. So this one's going to go right about there. So we always lay in the greenery base first because it's a little hard to go back in and do it after the fact. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that isn't really secured down. We're going to secure it where we want it to stay as we go through and add some other things. So remember binding wire? We're going to take our binding wire and where we want it to stop, I'm going to take my binding wire. Think of it like a grapevine that's wired that you won't be able to see. Once we line it up, okay, and I want to bring this one in so it doesn't float on that large little stem. So you can just take your binding wire, oops, when it doesn't go the other way. So you could do it like this and just tie it on, right? And then go ahead and put your greenery in where you want it to go. Clear all the leaves. And then we're going to go ahead and trim that off. And we're going to tuck that back. So you were never going to see that. Let's go ahead and cut a couple more. This thing too, so it doesn't bounce. I'm going around my stem. I'm just going to secure that right inside. Twist it down. And this one, I think I'm okay with that one being free. Let's get this one to come back to earth a bit. So I'm just taking my binding wire and then we're going to tie this. This is how you anchor things in that maybe you can't quite get a good grip to. And I kind of like that one off to the side because I like them somewhat to be free flow. Okay, it looks a little weird right now. Trust the process. Now we're going to lay in, I have some of this wispy grass kind of stuff. I'm not sure. I like it. But I'm going to try it. It's also from Hobby Lobby. So it just adds just different texture. Oop. Cut that end off. I'm going to give myself a little pick. So we can just kind of bring these in a bit. These ones are not wired, so where they wind up is where they are going to go. So I'm going to kind of do a handful of these, removing the last couple sections. I'm going to push this one in so that it's up there. Kind of like these. For me, I labeled these seagrass because I use them in a lot of my beach wreaths. So I'm just picking off the little ends and just kind of looking at the little wisps. So it'll just create different movement, different texture. Oop. Just like that. So greenery first. Get your greenery in first. Kind of want that one right there. Just like that. So I'm just breaking them all down. There's a lot of picks. And I'm going to bring some out here. We will also save some to add into our design when we're finished, because some of these will just make nice little fillers if we need like a little touch of greenery. But for now, okay, heater, you are seriously bugging me. Okay, add that in. Let's see how quickly I can break these down and get them in. I was like, I wanted something a little wispy. Just like that. And I'm removing as many glue threads as I can. The nice thing about having a glue skillet is you can just throw everything back in when you're done with it. Just like that. And I'm going to tuck these in. You guys know I'm all about look at all of your ankles. Look at the sides. Make sure you've got coverage. So I'm going to kind of come up in here. And we're trimming. I will probably, I like it like that. So I'm just trying to space all these out a little bit here, a little bit there. I'm going to put one at the very, very top, just kind of like we did here. Woo. This is what it looks like from your perspective now. Just like that. Okay. There's that and that. And I'm going to bring this one under there. I'm like, we need one way underneath here. Just like that. So this is what it looks like to you all. And so now we're going to come in and we're going to lay in. I'm going to keep these. They'll be fillers. We are going to lay in our focal flowers, which are our sunflowers. So you always want to make sure you push all your greenery up to the top. And then go ahead. These are from Hobby Lobby. And we are going to start down here with our sunflower. So you guys can watch it being built your way. So there is our sunflower. Push them up. We're going to put this one up here a little bit further. So it's imperative that we have things that bend so that we can get them to shape as we want. This one's going to kind of go right in here. Just like that. I'm going to bring our rabbit over. Push these up. Let's move these off. I think it's going to be time to retire these cutters because they have just about had it. This one's going to kind of come in a little bit off to the side. There we go. Push your greenery up. We're going to make this one come up here. So when you're doing a design, I always say, if you can, go odd. You know, if we can do odd, odd looks better than even. It just, people notice odd easier. I'm going to bring this one down towards the bottom on the left hand side because this one's a little heavier. And we're going to do 3 here, but 4 there for a grand total of 7. I'm going to put this one up here. Just like that. So there is our sunflowers. So main focal flowers, the largest flowers in your bunch. Now you might say, well, I like 2. I want some flowers and I want some other blue things. That's fine. Just understand greenery, focal flowers, medium flowers, and then fillers. So for, let's see. I am looking. I don't want roses, but I definitely like the dahlias. This is a dahlia and rose pick. This is from, it is from Craft Outlet. So I'm going to pull the dahlias out. So there's one. I think there's, we'll see how many there is. There's two. One, I think there's a total of 4. We shall see. We might just do 1 here and 2 over there. Even though there's 1 on that bush already. Okay. So I kind of want to put this right in the center. Again, push your greenery up. I'm going to come right down in between these. And we're going to add 2 to this side. So I'm probably going to go, I'm looking at like, I guess they're all the same size. So this one's going to be like right there in the center. Just like that. Light and airy. You can see space through there. That's what you want. We don't want them compacted to this. We want them up. If you want, you can cut your stems shorter. If you feel like they're a little too long, and if you run glue over anything, wait for it to dry, and then you can remove it. Okay, so there's that, there's that. That's what you see. We're gonna add in some dogwood from Michael's. So these are dogwood. These are kind of my mediums. I just like them because they're a blend of light and dark. They come on a giant stem like this. So we're gonna bring those in and start adding them closer to the top. Kind of like that. So as you can see, I'm just kind of going up about 4 inches and kind of tucking these in. There's that. And somebody is out riding around. We're going to tuck one in down here. So these are our medium. So if you just remember, like, okay, odd number of focal flowers, then you can come in with your medium and you kind of fill spaces, whether you want light, whether you want dark. It's entirely up to you. I like these because these are a blend of light and dark. So I've added one here, I've added one down here. Oh, we didn't see this sticking out. Let's remove that. I'm gonna bring some down. So let me show you. Oops. Okay, so we have this bare spot right here. Watch what happens when you add a dahlia, or not a dahlia, a dogwood in here. It like fills the gap with like a different shade of the blue. So that's going right in there. And some of these don't have really good stems. Like, they're just little picks on the end, and there's nothing I can do with them. But we'll put them on a pick machine, and we'll give them some picks. Okay. Let's put binding wire off to the side. So, pick machine's already out. There's that. So I have these with no stem. So there's really no way to stuff that in if I want some length on it. So I'm going to use my pick machine and give it a pick. Like so. And then I can stuff it in where I want it to go. Like this one's going to kind of go down in here. And now that I have a pick on it, I can add some glue and tuck that around. I need this to kind of come forward because this is going to be the spot for our egg. Our egg is going to go there. Let's put another pick in. I don't have the strength that I normally would today after that nasty fall. I am lacking. So I'll do 2 more. Okay. Oh, we can give him a nice little bow tie. Look. Okay, I think I'm going to save that one for him because it's got a two-tone bow tie. So that's going in the center. And we're going to bring this one down in here. So let me just remove my stem. And we're going to add this one down here. So those are going to be our finishing touches. Actually, let's do that now because I'll forget and I'll be like, oh, let's do something. Okay, so I am taking right there, adding a drop of glue, and then we're adding that nice two-tone dogwood in there. And we're going to add one there because this is a two-parter. And then we have the other one right here. And it's so nice. It's all coming together. Okay, time for filler. I'm not sure. Do you think we should add the cornflowers? I'm going to add a couple. Why not? Okay, Kat, the egg is going here. That's okay. I'm going to add some of these down at the bottom. The cornflower picks are from Hobby Lobby. And I love this color. Burp, burp. Okay, I'm going to take this and shuffle this up. And we'll take some of that extra length off of here and we're just going to drag this up to the top a little bit, like so. With a lot of bend in that. So, just like that. I'm always picky. I'm always looking. I don't know what I want. We might put 2 there because this is the one that has the fuller side. So I might add that like that. And I like this one better. And I'll kind of drag that up. Okay, now we're adding filler. Filler. Ooh, I almost forgot these. I'm going to use some of these in here too. This is called a green allium bush. So sometimes you just want to break up some of that yellow, put a pop of greenery in. Like I'm going to go right in between here with my green allium. Just like so. So we're defining the space. Always grabbing the ones with the price tags. Always, always, always. Oh, these are so pretty. Egg is going there. I have to remind myself. Otherwise, I'm like, oh, look, there's a hole. Let's put something there. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these kind of right here to the outside. Should we put the egg in first? I feel like we should put the egg in. I'm trying to see what is in the way. It's just going to kind of go off. It does that. So it's going to kind of go in off the side. So, floral pins. Let's hope this goes in better than the other one. I'm going to bring some other, I didn't want to completely smash our sunflower. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out placement for that one. Just like that. Okay. Okay. This is what we're doing. Look how nice that went in. Just so it doesn't come out. There we go. There we are. And then once we put that in, because that is going to go right in here. I'm trying to feed it through. I got a giant branch in the way. Nice and snug. And then we'll help camo that a little bit more. Okay. I don't want it to rest right up. There we go. So let's use, did I have the alum? I thought I had it already cut. I know I had it cut. Did you guys see where I put it? I don't know where I put it. I'm looking on the ground because normally they drop. There it is. It's right here. We're going to come in and put that right alongside that egg and give it a touch of greenery along the side. So it has lots and lots of greenery. There we go. And let's grab a little one. There we go. Pushing everything up to the top. And this you can get from, I'm going to put that. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving the way it's turning out. We're going to put this in here. So that's going to go right inside. I'm going to lift these up. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love sometimes just the little oddball flower odds and ends that kind of wind up just about everywhere. Okay. I think I'm looking. I think I'm good there. Let us add in these white bush fillers. So I'm going to come in and take these. And these are from Craft Outlet. So it's got a little bit of eucalyptus, a little bit of baby's breath. It's kind of like this really nice little pick. And I'm going to twist the bottom. And we're going to bring this in, right in here. So now it's all about fillers. So filling spaces with different colors and or textures. Just like that. And I'm going to bring this in on the side as well. Nice little look there. I'm going to use the whole thing. So it's got quite a few picks on it. I'm going to deconstruct it at the top. And we can deconstruct it at the bottom. We've got some right in here. Sometimes just having things that are pre-formed are just amazing. So again, I am thinking like somewhere down in here, we're going to add that. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay. I'm going to pull my boxwood down and around. We're pulling our cornflowers up. These can all be moved wherever you want them to be. And then we have another let me look at this. For once, I'm actually going to look at it from my perspective. I think I'm going to bring this in here. Sometimes it's just a matter of looking at things and going, looks good, looks blank. Okay, that's a good spot. Okay, I'm trying to get that little thread back out. Redirect as you need to. And we're going to do the same. Just like doing the same thing, just going around the whole outside. Sometimes you can come, like this one's going to probably go right in here. Yeah. So if you need to, because they're starting to come undone, just retwist your bunches and then kind of come in where you want them laid. And then redirect based on what you like. Hey you. And Steve just showed up. One egg? I need to go out and have a pep talk. Which is basically, y'all better start laying some eggs or there's going to be a food shortage. Not really. But they don't know that. Okay. I kind of like that back under there. So I am going. Kind of. We just have some off and out to the side. Okay. I'm adding some fillers. I don't want any of these. I'm looking at baby's breath and going, no, no. Take some of these. So these are in that pick. They have some like this. So I'm going to kind of come in right in here and add some of that so that the egg doesn't feel like it's sitting out so far. Just like so. Okay. I can't wait to see this on the door because I'm looking at everything from a very three-dimensional. So this is what I'm saying. This is in that pick. So I'm going through and removing the rose stems. Oop. And just taking these little wispy parts. And wherever it's like, oh, it needs like a little breakup in the in your floral, just go ahead and add that into the mix. Just like so. And I have 2 more, which is perfect, because then that'll go to the other side, right in here. I'm going to tuck one right in here. And if you're not sure, put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, and see if you like the way it looks when you put it in versus when you take it out. Okay. So it's getting a lot of floral, guys. It's funny. Cheryl's like, what would a butterfly look like? You know? Great minds, my friend. Great minds. I already have it out.
Hi, Cheryl.
It's already out there.
Hi, everyone.
And just put that one in. See, it's like, okay, it's in, it's out. If you like it better when it's in, guess what? You just found a spot for it. Whoop. Trying to go under the boxwood so that everything else sits on top. Okay, so I got all of those, and I got all of those, and the last little bit that I have to add is, oh, these are really expensive. You can add some yellow Queen Anne's lace, so I'm going to take these. Hobby Lobby, again, if you want to introduce a little bit more yellow, like where there's a ton of blue, maybe you want to add just a pop of yellow. You can, I'm trying to get this one, don't like it there. Sometimes it's just a matter of finding a space, and then it usually will drag these around. So let me take this out. And I'm going to bring these up a little higher. So, meaning right in here. So I'm trying to go right down the middle of my Queen Anne's lace to introduce some smaller yellow. This is still that one that's left over. And this is all I'm doing. Just looking for a good bunch. Sometimes they're really big, and sometimes they're really small. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I don't ignite my my heater over here. And so sometimes it's just a matter of pulling some of these around. Whoop. I think I want this one over here. And I'm just going to add a couple of these. This is normally what you'll see me do. I will take those and then I do this. And then I can put these where I want individual little ones to go. Like if I want them to come over on the side and they're not there, just dismantle your pick and just kind of put them where you want them to be. I'm trying really hard not to drag things over and down. And just wherever you want to add a little pop of color, just add some pops of color. Wherever you would like. Designer's choice, it's up to you. And I'm trying to de-glue this at the same time. From dragging my glue up and over everything. What do you guys think? I mean, yes, you can add your butterflies wherever you like. I actually have 2 different sizes. I have 2 different colors as well, that if you want, you can add that. I think I'm actually going to anchor his ear down on the other side so that he sits a little bit more to the bottom. So let me do that. I happen to have just the pick for that. I'm going to try to pick this up. My whole goal is to make sure he doesn't come out the other side. And then also to make sure I can camouflage him into the grapevine. There we go. Now he is snug. He's snug. Okay. Let me clean this up a little bit. What do you guys think? Like I said, it's entirely up to you. You can put the butterfly on the egg. It's precarious to do it that way. I mean, it looks great and everything, but I would probably go with a smaller option. Like this guy. So we can bend his little things a little smaller. Because you start getting a little bit into, hey, how deep can I put this in a box? So you want to make sure you have enough space for everything without completely smashing it all down flat. So let me do this. I haven't committed yet on the butterfly. Still haven't committed. I mean, he's cute. Don't get me wrong, he definitely adds a pop to something. What do you guys think? Butterfly or no butterfly? Let's get your buy-in. And then tell me small or large butterfly. Small or large? I'm just adding some other little picks. Remember I told you I was saving some little fillers to kind of come back in. And how we had those little long grasses. I'm just adding those. Like, oop, here's our butterfly. Small. Let's do it that way. Small. Everyone's like, small butterfly. Large butterfly. What do you guys think? I would just have to be super careful in shipping him so that the large butterfly stays where it's supposed to. Are you doing the consensus, Steve? Or are you tapped out?
No, I'm in, but it's...
Steve doesn't know. Small, small.
Small, butterfly, large. small.
So Valerie says butterfly large. Elizabeth says butterfly
The big one, but
and small.
The smaller one works better. Small butterfly.
I love the color in the big one, but size-wise, the smaller one works better. But it's an egg, though, right?
So, instead of on the yellow, just put it on the blue flower.
Then it blends too much. Whoop. Okay, and I'm just adding those little pieces of grass. Okay. So this is what I will do. This is what I will do. I will bend a floral pin. I am going to glue the butterfly to the floral pin, because there's a little section of his body we can glue his midsection to. And then technically we can glue him on. Right? I agree with you, Cheryl. The big one, the color of the big one looks good on the florals.
Right.
The little one, size-wise, it's entirely up to you. We can put them both on. We can put like one here. I don't know. See? See why sometimes embellishments can be hard? You just don't know. I do like the one on the bigger one, though. I am so wholeheartedly with you on that one. I think I'm going to put the big one on there. Honestly. And you guys are probably saying, what?
How deep is that?
Let me look. Where is my measuring tape? It's going to be really tight. Yeah. Really tight. Like super, super tight. Like I'm afraid he wouldn't last in the box with shipping. That's my only concern. But what I can do is, yeah, maybe we add him down here to the side, guys. Maybe add him down here to the side. I'm going to glue him to the pin. This way I can take him and pull him in and out wherever I want. So I am creating my own pick for the butterfly so that we can just stab him in there.
Should have put the small one on his ear for a second.
Put the small one on his ear for a sec. Hold on. So I am going to. So see how that just slid right in there? It was so nice. Seeing that one would just be way up here. Okay, I'm going to flip it up, show you what it looks like on the door, so we can do all the things before Facebook gets temperamental and goes, we're going to shut you down. Hold on. There's that. I'm just trying to make sure it's all there. Okay, so let's put it on the door. Okay. So it needs a lot of cleanup on the back. It's got a lot of glue. We'd have to get in here and really clean this up. But let's flip our bow because we haven't done that yet. See, here's all the stringies. That's why I like black doors, is because it shows you what your naked eye doesn't see. Okay. So I'm just pulling all these down. See, here's more. They're all glued to the bottom. I'm trying to get his bow up because his bow was down. Good.
Cheryl said, love, love, love this. Thanks, Cheryl. Deborah said, either way will be beautiful.
Right? So, he has the butterfly on it. I'll zoom in so you guys can see. Ooh, there we go.
Jeanette Waters was on earlier from Northern Wales.
Ooh.
Hi, Jeanette. If you're still on, thanks for watching.
Elizabeth says, looks like we are ready for spring. Kind of, huh? So the butterfly is on there. And so you can take him off and you can move him wherever you want. So technically right now he's down here, but you can take him off and move him up if you want. We could also add the other one up here. I mean, we could, like here. And so we can do all kinds of things. We made picks, so you can go wherever he wants. And I think, like for me, final thing, I think I would like him right here. Oop. There we go. Let me get his little blue threads off. So, there you have it. I do like the butterfly on the egg. It looks really super cute. So, something nice, something airy. This is called a French Country palette. So whenever you're using the navy blue and the yellow together, you get what's called the French Country palette. So it's really good for spring to summer, or also sometimes like even summer into early fall. But it would help you get that transition in there, and then you're all set and ready to go.
Give it lots of loves and likes.
All right, and then look, remember, here's our French Country basket. So we can go picking flowers in the garden. So we have our basket, and this could be on your table, and that could be on your front door. And remember, we're all about staging now, so you're going to start to see a lot of really cool stuff coming your way. So thank you guys for joining me, and I will talk to you soon. Okay, everyone. Bye for now.